In this video, a look around the resort of Santa Ponsa here in Mallorca. For those who are coming on holiday here or planning a holiday here, a great opportunity to see what to expect and to see if this resort is actually right for you. Also, if you've already been here, feel free to come along and check out the resort again. In this video, I'm going to be showing you the beaches, the restaurants, the bars, and everything there is to see in the resort. This is the main beach of Santa Ponsa. There are smaller ones a little bit further out. I'm going to be showing those later. But first, let's have a drive around the beach here. And I'm going to be showing you a little bit more in detail how the beach here is like. So as you might have noticed while I'm filming this, you might see that there's a little bit of an older generation here in the resort at the moment. Well, this is simply because many of the children are already back in school, because I filmed this a little bit later in the season. I think this was somewhere September, beginning October, and for this reason simply there's not so many children here. But don't let this hold you back. This is a very good resort for a family with kids as well. So here, as you can see a little bit further down there starts some kind of park or dunes, or I don't really know how to explain it. There's nothing really interesting to see there, but it's a great buffer zone in between you and the road. So I think this would be the ideal place to go on the beach, as there is not so much noise of the traffic here. So here, let's have a look on the beach itself. Like I say, on the left is the more quiet part because there's not so much traffic passing there. On the right would be the more noisy part, but it's really not that bad because the beach is quite deep and the cars are quite far away. these little chiringuitos, like beach bars, there's quite a few here on the beach of Santa Ponsa, and they also have very fair prices. So if you want to get a drink or something to eat, these are great. There's also other restaurants and snack bars a little bit further off the beach, but in general these chiringuitos will offer everything you need for your day on the beach. So here I'm arriving at the ending of the beach, and it's a great place to be. There's a little playground here, so especially if you have small children, it's, I think, one of the better places here on the beach. I'm going to show you a couple more shots of it, and then I'm going to head further into up the hill here, where we're going to have a look at the restaurants, and then I'm going to be showing you the small beach that a lot of people don't know about, a bit further on in the resort as well. So the hill I'm heading on now is full of restaurants, all kind of different ones. There's like Chinese, there's like an American diner, there's a paella restaurant, Spanish cuisine. There's a little bit of everything here, so I'm going to show you that a little bit in detail on the way to the next beach that I said, the tiny one. Also in my other video, my video about evening and nightlife in Santa Ponsa, I'm going to be covering the other side of the resort, where there's also a lot of restaurants and bars, and that part is more interesting in the evening. So also have a look at that video when you have the time. Evening and nightlife in Santa Ponsa. So here I'm kind of leaving the touristy part of Santa Ponsa, and I'm driving a little bit more into the residential area, and I'm going to be showing you this little beach further on, which is very nice and peaceful and quiet. So if it gets a little bit too busy for you on the main Santa Ponsa beach, you can always come here. So this is the tiny little private beach that I talked to you about. It's great if you want to escape a little bit of the busyness of the main beach, but do keep in mind that there's not any bars, shops or restaurant around here. So if you're gonna come here, do bring some food and drinks. I also have another video called Best Beaches in and near Santa Ponsa, where I show you the other ones you can reach by bike, bus or by car a little bit further on. So if you want to have a look at that, you can do that at any time. Okay, so enough sightseeing. I'm heading back into town now. I'm not gonna make this boring for you, just gonna speed it up, pedal extra hard to show you the other restaurants and bars and a little bit more of the life in town. So as you can see on this street, maybe I'm going a little bit too fast over it, but there's loads of different restaurants that you can try out. They're all quite fair priced. If you do want a little bit more of a more upscale, classy dining experience, just head on straight here across the roundabout where the more classy and expensive restaurants are. Oh yeah, and for those who cannot live without, I didn't think I showed them in this video, but there's also a Burger King and a McDonald's in this restaurant, so if you really can't live 2 weeks without them, you have them in this resort as well. So if you have any questions about this resort, the resort of Santa Ponsa, please feel free to write them in the comments below. I try to always answer them as fast as possible. And as well, if you're planning a holiday to Mallorca, please subscribe to the channel so you can find all my videos as easy as possible, or you can go and have a look on my website, checkedholidays.com.